That eyeglasses contain a particular part that is lensed.
So inú jígí yìí àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan wà níbẹ̀ tí ó mú wa máa rí.
So that lens part is what you will be seeing through.
Láti inú rẹ̀ láti lè máa rí
So
ohun tá a
that
fẹ́
lens
wò.
makes it bigger and bolder, anything you want to read.
Ó máa jẹ́ kí ohun tá a fẹ́ kà yẹn kó tóbi.
There are some people that when they are seeing something afar off, it looks too big for them.
Àwọn kan wà tó yẹ pé tó bá ń wo nǹkan láti ọ̀nà jíjìn ó dàbí ẹni pé ó tóbi.
And they will have to move closer before they can clearly see it.
Wọ́n nílò láti súnmọ́ ọkọ tó rí dáadáa.
And there are some that even when they are close to it, it is still yet tiny.
Àwọn kan sì wà tó yẹ pé kó dàbọ̀ súnmọ́ gan ó kéré.
And so both sides are what the opticians will do.
Gbogbo àwọn eléyìí làwọn tó ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ojú wọn ó ṣe.
So when they check, are you short-sighted or long-sighted?
Wọ́n máa béèrè irú èyí tó jẹ́ bóyá àrùn látọ̀nà jíjìn àbọ̀ náà tó súnmọ́ wa.
When they confirm that, that is what will determine the kind of glass or the kind of lens they will
tó bá wá
apply.
ṣe lé òun ni ó sọ irú jígí tí wọ́n máa nílò.
And so some of us might have been seen from afar.
Àwa kan lè máa ti rí láti ọ̀nà jíjìn.
And some of us, it might be too close to us that we have so much, we are too much familiar with it.
Àwa kan sì wà wọ́n yẹ pé ó ti súnmọ́ wa tó yẹ pé ó tẹ̀tí a ti ń rí.
So that we are too familiar with it.
Ó túmọ̀ sí pé kò jẹ́ nǹkan kan sí wa kò jẹ́ titun.
Kò jẹ́ titun. So God wants to adjust our sight.
Ọlọ́run fẹ́ tún bá a ṣe ń wo yẹn ó fẹ́ tún ṣe jígí wa.
The only way He can adjust our sight is for us to go back to Him and see through the way He's seeing it.
Ká sì rí bí Ọlọ́run ṣe ń rí.
And so we want to look at the book of Ezekiel chapter 16 that we started with last week, that we ended with last week.
Ìwé Ìsíkẹ́lì orí kẹrìndínlógún tàti mẹ́nu dúró lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá.
And then we will combine it with the book of Ephesians.
A ó sì wo pẹ̀lú ìwé Éfésù.
So let's go to Ezekiel chapter 16.
Ẹ ká lọ sínú ìwé Ìsíkẹ́lì orí kẹrìndínlógún.
Ezekiel chapter 16.
Ìsíkẹ́lì orí kẹrìndínlógún.
Okay. I think we can read from the screen. So I will read one verse, then we'll read the next verse. I will read one verse, then we'll read the next verse. On the day you were born, your cord was not cut, nor were you washed with water to make you clean, nor were you rubbed with salt or wrapped in clothes.
Kò sí ojú tí ó káàánú fún ọ láti ṣe ọ̀kan nínú nǹkan wọ̀nyí fún ọ láti ṣe ìyọ́nú sí ọ ṣùgbọ́n nínú igbe ni a gbé ọ sọ sí fún ìkórìíra ara rẹ ní ìjọ tá a bí ọ.
Then I passed by and saw you kicking about in your blood, and as you lay there in your blood, I said to you, live.
Èmi ti mú ọ bí o sì ti bí ìrúdí ìtànná ìgbẹ́ ìwọ sì ti pọ̀ sí i o sì ti di ńlá ìwọ sì gba ohun ọ̀ṣọ́ tí ó ní inú ọ̀ṣọ́ wá.
Later I passed by, and when I looked at you and saw that you are old enough for love, I spread the corner of my garment over you and covered your naked body. I gave you my solemn oath and entered into a covenant with you, declares the sovereign Lord, and you became mine.
Nígbà náà ni mo fi omi wẹ̀ ọ́ nítòótọ́ mo wẹ ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ kúrò lára rẹ pátápátá mo sì fi òróró kùn ọ́ lára.
I clothed you with an embroidered dress and put sandals of fine leather on you. I dressed you in fine linen and covered you with costly garments.
Mo fi ohun ọ̀ṣọ́ ṣe ọ́ ní ọ̀ṣọ́ pẹ̀lú mo sì fi júfù bò ọ́ mọ́ lọ́wọ́ mo sì fi ẹ̀wọ̀n kọ́ ọ ní ọrùn.
And I put a ring in your nose, earrings on your ears, and a beautiful crown on your head.
Báyìí ni a fi wúrà àti fàdákà ṣe ọ́ lọ́ṣọ̀ọ́ aṣọ rẹ̀ sì jẹ́ ọ̀gbọ̀ dáradára àti sédà àti aṣọ oníṣẹ́ ọnà ìwọ jẹ́ ìyẹ̀fun dáradára àti oyin àti òróró ìwọ sì ní ẹwà gidigidi ìwọ sì ń gbilẹ̀ di ìjọba kan.
Can we all read verse 14 together? and your
òkìkí
fame
rẹ sì kàn
spread
lára
among
àwọn
the nations
kèfèrí
on
nítorí
account of
ẹwà
your
rẹ,
beauty, because
nítorí
the
ìwọ
splendor
pé
I had
nípa
given you
ẹwà ni mí
made your
tí mo
beauty
fi ọ́ sí ọ lára
perfect,
ni Olúwa Ọlọ́run wí.
declares the sovereign Lord. And so, from this passage,
Láti bí ìtàkà yìí,
we see God describing the state of Israel,
Ọlọ́run ṣe àlàyé bí Ísírẹ́lì ṣe wà,
how He brought them from nothing to something.
bó ṣe mú wọn jáde láti ibi tí wọn já sí nǹkan kan láti
And
sọ
so
wọ́n
we
di nǹkan.
considered this description a bit last week,
A wò bí ìdí ẹ̀ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá.
and we said
A sì sọ
that
yìí pé
if this is how the Israelites were,
tó bá yẹ pé àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì ṣe rí rèé,
what did they actually do to merit everything that
kí
God
ni ohun
did
tí
for
wọ́n ń
them?
ṣe tó fi tọ́ sí ohun tí Ọlọ́run ṣe fún wọn yìí?
I don't know if we get what I'm saying again. Look at from verse 4.
Láti ẹsẹ̀ kẹrin yìí,
God started doing a lot of things for
Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀
that
sí í ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan
baby that was born.
fún ọmọ tí a ṣe bí yẹn.
The question I'm asking is,
Ìbéèrè táwọn béèrè ni pé
what did that baby do
kí ni ọmọ yẹn ṣe
that made God do all those things?
tó fi mú kí Ọlọ́run ṣe gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí ó
For the
ṣe
baby.
fún yẹn?
Please, let's answer.
Ẹ yẹ ká dáhùn.
What did that baby do?
Kí ni ọmọ òun ṣe?
Okay, I think that Oladosun wants to respond.
The baby didn't do anything, but God just, out of compassion, just love him and care for him.
Ọmọ yẹn ò ṣe nǹkan kan nínú àánú Ọlọ́run ló ti fẹ́ ọmọ òun ló sì bìkítà fún un.
Do we agree with him that the baby
Ṣé a
didn't do
gbà pẹ̀lú
anything?
wọn pé ọmọ náà ò ṣe nǹkan kan?
Okay. Daddy Kado wants to respond.
The baby is a baby.
Ọmọ ni ọmọdé.
The baby supposed to be taken care of by somebody
Ó yẹ kí á bìkítà fún láti ọ̀dọ̀ èèyàn kan wá
who brought the baby to the world.
ẹni tó pè wá sáyé.
But we don't know what happened.
Àmọ́ ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀.
But the story that we are told that the baby was nobody to help the baby.
Ẹni tá à ń sọ ni pé kò sẹ́ni tí ó ràn lọ́wọ́ tí ó ràn ọmọ yìí lọ́wọ́.
The baby was naked,
Ó wà ní ìhòòhò.
and when immediately was born, nobody to wash the blood, to cut
Nígbà
the
tá a
blood.
sì tá a sì bí kò sẹ́ni tí ó wẹ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ara rẹ̀ mọ́.
So, to my own thinking,
Nínú èrò tiwọn,
the boy inherited parents that are not godly.
ó ní àwọn òbí tí wọn ò mọ Ọlọ́run.
Thank you.
Okay. So, because of that, the baby was in that condition.
Torí ìdí èyí ni ọmọ yìí wà
So,
nípò
it
yìí.
means that he has also buttressing that for everything that God did to
Fún
that
gbogbo ohun
baby,
tí Ọlọ́run ṣe fún ọmọ
the
yìí,
baby did not do anything
kò
to
ṣe
merit
nǹkan kan èyí
whatever
tí ó mú
God did.
tọ́ sí ohun tí Ọlọ́run ṣe.
Do we have any contrary opinion?
Ṣé a tún ní nǹkan mìíràn, ìpinnu mìíràn, àbábá mìíràn?
Okay, I think they are correct. The baby did not deserve anything from God.
Ọmọ kékeré yìí kò tọ́ sí nǹkan kan láti ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
He said, when I was passing by, I saw you
Nígbà
in
tí
your
mo
pool of
kọjá,
blood
mo rí ọ
kicking.
nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ.
If God had passed by and he didn't care,
Tọ́lọ́run bá ti kọjá lọ tí ò ṣe kankan,
nothing, as in nothing is at stake for God.
kò sí ohun tó wà tí Ọlọ́run ó pàdánù.
If God did not care for the baby,
Ọlọ́run bá bìkítà fọmọ yẹn,
it does not change God.
kò yí Ọlọ́run nípò padà.
But like he said, because
Bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọ́n sọ,
God is loving and
torí pé
compassionate,
Ọlọ́run fẹ́ràn, ó jẹ́ Ọlọ́run nífẹ̀ẹ́ tó sì láàánú,
he decided to stop by.
ó pinnu láti dá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dúró
Because of his love for
nítorí ìfẹ́ rẹ̀
us
fún wa,
and for Israel in this
fún
context,
Ísírẹ́lì nínú ibí yìí.
he decided to invest so much
Ó
on
pinnu
them.
láti ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan.
So God's perspective to love
Abala ìfẹ́ ti Ọlọ́run
is expressed in investing in whatever thing he has seen.
ó ṣe àfihàn rẹ̀ nínú dídá sí nǹkan ohunkóhun tí ó rí.
So the first thing we find there as God's perspective
Nǹkan ẹyọ kan tá a kọ́kọ́ rí ń bẹ̀ tó jẹ́ abala ìfẹ́ Ọlọ́run.
is that if God is in love with you,
Pé tọ́lọ́run bá fẹ́ràn yín,
he will invest in you.
yóò gbin ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan sínú yín.
I don't know if we have, I think they have done it many times in Nigerian Nollywood films.
Wọ́n ti ṣe ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nínú àwọn
That you
eré.
will see a man who will do what? Who will fund the school of his what? Wife.
A lè rí ọkọ tó rán ìyàwó rẹ̀ lọ́lẹ̀wé
And then in the future,
lọ́jọ́ iwájú.
the wife will say, this man is no longer on my level.
Tí obìnrin yẹn ó lè sọ yìí pé ọkùnrin yóò sí ní.
How many of us can testify? I know it has happened in real life. I've seen that too. Happen in real life. When the woman will say, he's no longer in my caliber, in my status.
Tí obìnrin yẹn lọ́jọ́
cannot
iwájú
measure
yẹn
up.
lè ní kò dára tó fún mi mọ́.
And so maybe she may file for a divorce or just leave the man.
Ó lè fi ọkùnrin yẹn lẹ̀.
In fact, some men can make it to the point where they will say the woman is no longer presentable.
Ọkùnrin mi lè sọ yìí pé ìyàwó yóò dùn wò mọ́.
And so God's perspective in love is that if I love somebody,
Abala ìfẹ́
I
Ọlọ́run ni pé
invest in
tí n
that
bá
person.
fẹ́ràn ènìyàn mo máa ń fi àwọn nǹkan kan sínú ayé rẹ̀.
So if I find something that is not good in mommy,
Tí n bá rí nǹkan tí ò dára nínú ayé èèyàn kan.
if I truly love her,
Tí n bá fẹ́ràn ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ lóòótọ́.
from this God's perspective, what am I supposed to do?
Abala Ọlọ́run yìí kí ni màá ṣe?
I'm supposed to invest in her.
Mo gbọ́dọ̀ fi àwọn nǹkan sínú ayé rẹ̀.
If I discover that she's not putting on good clothes,
Tí n bá rí pé bóyá kò wọ aṣọ tó dùn wò.
and I truly want to express God's love, the perspective of God's love
Tí
to
mo
her,
dẹ̀ fẹ́ fi ìfẹ́ Ọlọ́run hàn nínú ayé rẹ̀.
I should not wait until they say, ẹja dáṣọ fún mommy yìí wọn láṣọ.
We will not wait until we say let's give her clothes. She does not have much.
As long as I can see that she has the need.
Nígbà tí mo ti rí i pé ẹni yìí ó nílò nǹkan yìí,
And
ó
I
nílò
have the
nǹkan yìí.
capacity to meet the need.
Ó sì wà ní agbára mi láti lè ṣe ohun tó nílò.
And I want to show that